السلام عليكم. أنا اسمي لورا. هناك قناتي في يوتيوب يقع مع لورا. Hello everyone, my name is Laura and this is my channel Languages with Laura. واليوم أريد أن أتكلم Polyglot Secret. And today I would like to talk about the topic of the Polyglot Secret. So even if you haven't been on language learning YouTube for a long time, I feel like we've all seen those videos of the polyglot secret, the secret to learning multiple languages, and all those things like that. I can remember when I was first discovering this niche on YouTube, those videos being like, this is how you learn, this is the #1 tip, this is my secret, this is the polyglot secret, things that language learners don't tell you, and things like that. And I always clicked on those videos because I was always looking for that one tip that was going to help me learn a language, that one thing that I never thought of or never knew of that was going to just unlock, and within 1 to 2 years I'd be at a good level with my language learning, no matter what language it was. I understand, and I always click on those videos, and I will always continue to click on those videos because I am so curious. But honestly, I would love to give my 2 cents on the matter. If you're new to the channel and you don't know very much about me, I would recommend you go and watch one of my recent introductory videos to who I am, my language learning journey. I go into detail about all the languages that I've learned, my experience with them, why I learned them, how I learned them, etc. and so forth. So if you want to do that quick a minute before I give my 2 cents, just so you have a better background on me, I would encourage it. But otherwise, let's jump into this topic matter. The polyglot secret. It's always something that is presented as very singular, and like each person has their own tip, top tip, secret, whatever you want to call it, for learning language. But after watching so many of these from people who learn language completely self-sufficiently, people who have PhDs in language or linguistics, and everywhere in between, a lot of it I have found has just been knowing how to study and then having that motivation and energy to just keep going. Because there's a difference in studying vocab in a method that works for you versus a method that doesn't work for you, and that's going to be different for every person. And that's something I do talk a lot about on my channel, especially with these more casual sit-down videos, is that every person is different and how we learn is different. Even, but just between human beings, we all have different learning styles, and so figuring out what your learning style is and applying your language learning to that will make a huge difference, as well as just knowing how to balance your time, mostly your energy rather than your time, really, is like being able to actually devote the mental energy to your studies, because it's better to have shorter lessons, 20, 30-minute lessons a couple times a week or even less, if you're actually going to sit down, focus, and really soak it in, rather than forcing yourself through an hour-long lesson every other day where you're just tired and you're thinking about other things and whatever it may be. Knowing how you spend your energy and how you can channel that to help you with your language learning and motivation. And all of these are topics I've already covered on my channel in other videos, so definitely check those out if you're interested. But there's no one tip, one thing that is going to make you just magically be able to learn the language better, per se. I mean, having good resources always helps, and having good ways to practice and people to support you always help, but having one of those things is not just going to magically move you from an A2 level to a B2 level in a week. That's just not how this goes. Language learning is a long game. And we always talk about how we can do it faster, how we can do it more efficiently, and that's fine, but the bottom line is that there's still going to be work that needs to be done. It is one of those hobbies. I mean, most hobbies, you have to work on something. It is something you get better at. It can be very frustrating in the beginning, whether it's your first language that you're learning outside of your native language or your 6th. it gets easier every time you learn a language, just because you learn about yourself more, you learn how you learn more. That's why I always feel like I'm still constantly learning and studying Spanish, because even though, yeah, I've studied that majority of my life, it was the first language that I learned outside of picking up English naturally. And so I'm always discovering new things, especially when studying other languages, like studying Russian or Arabic. I learn more about Spanish and then I go back to studying Spanish and I apply these new ideas to it. I know this is going to be a short video, but there is no polyglot secrets. There's no magical community that we're a part of or thing that we do at our desks to make us improve significantly in a very short amount of time. It really just is understanding yourself and how you can use that to benefit your language learning. And everybody says it just a little bit differently, you know, everybody puts their own little spin on it. But just from the videos that I have seen, when people do the clickbaity title, like Polyglot Secret, that's really what it is. It's just being in control, knowing how you need to do it, and then actually putting that plan into action. All this being said, am I still gonna click on those videos? Yeah. Oh yeah. Just in case somebody has some new idea or something else to think about, or a new study idea that I think, hey, that might actually work for me. I'm always gonna click on those videos. There's no harm in them. I'm not bashing those videos that talk about the Polyglot Secret, not at all. I'm just saying, after watching a bunch of them, they all kind of say the same thing. And I don't want people to be misled that they can't learn multiple languages or become a polyglot just because they don't know or understand the secret. I don't really agree with that. A lot of things that I apply to my self-study for language, I actually learned in my AP psychology class in high school. And that was because my teacher, the first unit we did was how human brains learn, how our brains work, because he wanted us to be able to employ good study methods for that class specifically, because it was a hard class with lots of material and we weren't going to be able to cover all the material before the AP exam the next year. That was honestly something that has benefited me the most about my language learning, is just understanding how the human brain acquires information and then using that to figure out what specifically. Like, I'm not an audio learner. I can't listen to podcasts and memorize something from them because I need to see it. I need to visually see the word or the sentence for it to actually like stick in my brain. And even better, I need to practice it. I need to do it. I am a visual and a hands-on learner. I need to see it, and then I need to be able to replicate it myself, and then I can start substituting words and ideas, but still keeping that same whatever it is that I'm trying to learn. But that's me. Other people are not like that. Seeing it might be really confusing, and listening to a podcast might provide the clarity that they need. So it's all very individual, but that's what the beauty is of having so many wonderful people on this platform sharing how they learn language, because it's a great way to brainstorm with each other, bounce ideas off each other, and communicate and just support each other. So again, not bashing those videos at all. I will always continue to watch them, but it's not necessarily the language itself that you need to sit down and think about all the time when you're creating a study routine or where you're creating goals for the new year or anything like that. Those are just my 2 cents on the whole phenomenon that I've seen, that is the Polyglot Secret. I don't really get it. Yeah, that's really all I wanted to come on here and say. Thank you very much, shukran, for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what your thoughts on the Polyglot Secrets, that phenomena, or things like that. Are there any videos or tips that were actually new to you and you found to be helpful? Like, share them below. I would love to learn from you guys and have you learn from each other as well. It is meant to be a community here where we can all boister each other and support each other here. So definitely definitely be active in the comments if you want to be. I also have other social media that you can follow me on in the description. And if you like language learning content or just language knowledge content in general, or travel, anything like that, hit the subscribe and the bell to be notified. I do post videos about every week now, hopefully. So yeah, if you like it, just subscribe. Yeah. And again, shukran kabir. Shukran kathir. Thank you so much for watching, and until I see you all in the next video, ma salama.